What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Prolific Podcast. And if you're new, welcome to the Prolific Podcast. I just want to start off by saying thank you to everyone that has shared, subscribed, commented, liked, and even screenshotted my post and put it on their social media platforms. I appreciate that. And I appreciate the love that you guys keep sending. Please keep sending more. Share it to your girlfriend, share it to your ex girlfriend, share it to your side chick, share it to your wife, your baby mama. Share it to everybody so everybody can get the love and support in this podcast. No, but thank you guys for real. I appreciate that. And that brings me up to the next topic that I want to talk about, and that's support. And when I was younger, I thought support was, just somebody trying to put their hand in, or somebody trying to say he got there because I put him there, or he got there because I helped him. And I seen it negative. And honestly, I don't know why, but when I was a kid, I had a lot of negative thoughts, and I felt like everybody was out to get me. So I was scared to ask for support. I was scared to ask people, hey, because as a man, I felt like that was vulnerability, and that made me look weak. And asking for help is something that a man trait doesn't. That is something that a man doesn't have the trait of being scared of, like saying, "Hey, I need help in this," or "Hey, not even help. Hey, I just need your support. Hey, I need someone to talk to." I never had that as a kid, and I'm not like saying that because my mom was there for me forever, right? I'm not saying that. It's just that there's certain things you could talk to a woman about, and there's certain things you got to talk to a man about. And I had my uncles there, but I was scared to show them that I needed help. I thought that for me that was like a scared thing, right? Like I'm a you know I'm a sissy type of thing. And as I grew up, I knew that that wasn't the case anymore because the support can get you far in places, and that's just having those bridges with people that you build over time, or the support that you have around you. Because I truly believe, you show me who you hang out with, I'll show you who you'll be in 10 years. I 100% believe that, because people that uplift you, hold you up, and show you love, man, those are the people that you want by your side forever. Even the dudes that will, or people, not even dudes, even the people that will, call you out when you're doing something wrong. That's the people you want by your side, because they're not gonna lie to you, and they're not gonna sit here and just sugarcoat everything. If they're sugarcoating everything, you gotta question it. If they're telling you you're making the right move every single day, hey, bro, you might want to question that, because sometimes people need to be checked and be put back in their position. Be like, hey, man, kind of falling off, bro. Let's get back on it. Not them hating or talking crap. It's just them trying to put you back on there. They're supporting you, giving that leg up for you to put back on your mission or on your track. Because sometimes it's easy to drift off the track, and you know what I mean, and try to do different things, and not really focusing on something that you said you were gonna do, or focus on what's important in life. And that's the thing that I want to bring up to you guys and give you guys awareness, that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to get that support from people. Don't sit there and don't be me that I thought, oh man, I'm gonna look weak. No, it's good to have that, because I honestly, like Amazon, I don't believe Amazon got there by themselves. He had to have help from different people, a board, or like people that were talking with him, helping him out, telling him do it this way, do it that way. And look where he's at now. But I'm saying that's a $1 billion company. I'm talking about just us as in life in general. Like, you have to have that support. And there's people that say, "Hey, I made it on my own," 100%. But at some point, somebody supported you, even if it was a famous actor, or some quotes. Because I love quotes. Me, I'm a quote person. I love quotes, man. I'll search for quotes all day about success, because that's what I want, right? That's the path that I want to be on as a person and as a man, is be on the path of success. And I'm learning different things, and different avenues on how to get there. And I remember that when my boxing coach, when I used to box, which was a little bit of time, don't think that I'm over here trying to say, oh yeah, I used to be Canelo out here, or Crawford. Nah, I was none of those guys. Um, but he used to tell me things, and I used to say, I know, man, I know, I know. And it wasn't that I knew. I just was irritated. I was like scared for him to know that I didn't know something. I was scared to be like, oh, he doesn't even know that. Like, I was just scared. I would think that in my head, right? So one day he told me, hey, don't tell me you know, just tell me you understand. Tell me you understand, and tell me that, you know, you understand what I'm saying. Even if you didn't know, or even if you do know, just tell me you understand. And I honestly thought that to my head, you know what? Instead of saying I know, be like, okay, I understand. And that I could just keep that in my head. I don't have to say I didn't know. I didn't have to say I know. I understand what you're saying. So I honestly, truly believe that even when you're like 50, 60, 70, 80, you can always learn new things, and you could always learn from people, because people have been through things worse than I have, or you have, or anybody has have. And they can put their 2 cents in and be like, hey, I think this, this, and this. And you can be like, okay, I could take this thing, I could take this from what what they gave me or what they're supporting me with or the advice that they're giving me. Because the advice that they're giving, you don't have to take it all. You could be like, okay, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, and I want this. You don't have to take it all, right? Because some things ain't gonna line up with you. Some things are. They're just giving you an understanding of what you need to understand. Um. So back to when I was saying that I would think that everybody, that I would think negative of everybody or think negative of the intentions of everybody when they were trying to support me. So I just said, you know what? I'm gonna find that friend group that I think knows it all. So I started drinking. I started drinking and I started going out, partying. I was at parties, man. I was at clubs. I was like 17, no, 18, 17. Yeah, sneaking into bars, getting drunk, drinking with older people. Like it was something that I thought, oh, these are my friends. They're gonna support me. The only thing they supported me on was drinking and partying and spending money. And let me tell you, when we're all drunk, man, you could go to the club and be like, okay, I'm only gonna spend 150. But when we're all drunk, everybody's rich. Everybody's ordering shots. Everybody's ordering bottles. The next day, though, when you wake up and you see that bank account, you're like, oh man, what did I do? Trust me, I've been there. I've done it. Oh man, going broke. You can go broke drinking. And I was just like, damn, like, are these really my friends or are they just, they're just partying with me? What if we try to switch it up and not go out and drink? Let's go do something else, bro. Let's go just bowling or let's go to the seminars or let's go to the movies or let's go do something else. But I brought that up and I'm, oh, this guy, what the heck? Nah, bro, let's go drink, bro. That was the plan, blah blah blah. And so I was like, man, do I really want to keep drinking? Because when I was younger, I could drink, get up, and go about my day the next day. Now I drink, I need a whole day to recover. I need some Gatorade, water, what are those patches, the electrolyte packages. I need all that just to be functioning. And I was like, man, like these guys ain't even supporting that. I don't want to go do that. And I'm not saying I was in the right or they were in the wrong. If you like to party, hey, by all means, go sip, go drink, have fun, party it up. Celebrate. If you're celebrating, celebrate it, man. You like drinking, man. I'm not saying anything bad about that at all. So don't think that I'm out here hating on it or hating on the lifestyle. I'm just saying for me, at that point in time, it wasn't the right moves financially, mentally, or physically for me, but I was going that way. And the reason I was going that way was because I had no one to talk about my problems or my goals or anything with. I thought those were my friends, so drinking was like the main priority. I thought if I was out there drinking, I'd be chilling every day, not have to worry about nothing. But that wasn't the reality. I was using the alcohol to block out a lot of things. So I'd black out at the bars, get drunk, act the fool, whatever, and just black out the whole night. I don't even know what happened, and so I started to think to myself, man, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be out here drinking every single day. I don't want to go broke drinking every single day. I don't want to do something dumb and end up in jail or something, or just do something dumb in general. So I was like, you know what? It's time to me to move out of that friend group and move out of that drinking phase. Try to do my own thing. So I did that. I removed myself. I focused on myself. Started hitting the gym a lot more. Started focusing on me, my goals. Okay, what do I want to do? Where do I want to be at from here and there? From here to 5 years, what do I want to do? And so I sat down, I wrote down my goals, I talked about it with myself, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I talked to myself, all right, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna move forward. And eventually, I started making those friends, those bridges, the support group that I needed to have my back. And my mom too. Like my mom supported me a lot, like I said, but there's certain things I couldn't talk to her about. There's certain things that I couldn't tell her, or like that she wouldn't understand because she's a woman. And I'm not hating on women. I'm just saying, as a man, certain things you got to talk to another man about. And I don't want to look vulnerable in front of my mom because she did her best to try to raise me. So I'm not saying anything bad about that. I'm just saying, in my perspective, I think that's what I needed at the time. I guess like a father figure at the time. And I started making those bridges, started making those friends, and it started to uplift me, man. I started to move differently. I started to think differently. I started to wanting different things in life other than just drinking, partying, or anything like that. I wanted different things, man. I wanted the big house on the hill. I wanted the truck, the big old lifted diesel, GMC, not Ford, GMC outside of my driveway. I wanted those things, and I was like, well, drinking ain't gonna get me there. So I need that friend group, that support group that can help me with that. If you hang out with dudes that have diesel GMC's diesel for like 12 years, I guarantee you're gonna have a diesel. You ain't gonna do that have Camaros. I guarantee you're gonna have a Camaro. My uncle Danny has a Z01 Camaro. My uncle Raim has an SS Camaro, and I was like, man, I want an SS Camaro. I got an SS Camaro. Couldn't afford a Z01, so don't hate on me on that. All right, couldn't get it. Couldn't get it. All right, none of that. But I'm just playing. But who you hang around with, you will be. in the next 10 years, and I honestly truly believe that. And um, you know, support is something that we as people need to understand that is not a bad thing. And if you do think it is, I hope this right here switches your mindset about that, and that you're not afraid to ask for help or even just someone to talk to or have have your back. And if not, man, I'm here. Comment on there, hey bro, can we talk? I'll shoot you the prolific email, and we could talk, chop it up, talk about it. You know what I mean? And one thing I did learn as well though is with support comes frenemies. And like my boy Frankie Turbo said, if you guys don't know, I'll tie in his thing down here. His podcast. You guys might want to check it out, or his vlog. I think it's vlogs that he's doing. He's the guy from one of the guys from On the Gas that left. He said he had a lot of frenemies, and I understood what he said. He wasn't saying that, hey, I have haters, or hey, I have people that hate me. He said I have friends that smile in my face and pray for me to fall. And I honestly understood that, because in support, it can be friends that like, yeah, I support you. As soon as you turn your back, they start hating on you. And honestly, you don't want to be around those people, man. You don't want to be around them, because if they're so comfortable talking about someone at the table, what do you think they're gonna do when you get up and walk away from the table? So that's one thing you gotta understand too, is that you know sometimes it's the people that you least expect to be those people that support you, but then hate on you when you turn your back. And honestly, man, I had dudes that I haven't talked to in years hit me up about this podcast and be like, man, this podcast, it's good. Thank you, bro. Or, hey, man, I support you. I'm going to share it. I'm going to subscribe to it. And I was like, dang, dudes that I have not talked to. And I was like, wow, like, I appreciate that, you know? And then there was dudes that I talked to every single day that didn't really like give me that, what do you call it? Didn't give me that, not satis- I don't want to say satisfaction, but didn't give me that, what's it called? I'm losing my train of thought here. Didn't give me that love, that support that I really, really, really wanted. Sorry, I was distracted over here with some other thing I was doing. Um, didn't really give me that support, and I kind of was like, dang, I felt some type of way. I ain't gonna lie to you. At first, I felt some type of way, but I was, you know what? It's okay, man. I was like, I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys even looked at the story. I appreciate that, and maybe you're busy, maybe you got things going on. I'm not gonna hit on it. I'm gonna just, move on from it, and appreciate the people that really did go out there and go out of their way and do that for me. I appreciate that. And like like support. So the support that I'm talking about too is like, okay, for example, my uncle D Money. I'm gonna call him D Money. All right, my uncle D Money. I needed some rims for my truck, and I didn't want to get the rims. Right, I didn't want to get them. I didn't want to spend them. I just, I shouldn't. I shouldn't. I didn't have no one to talk to. So one day I call him. I said, man, what rims should I get? We're talking about the rims, whatever. He's like, man, when are you gonna buy those dang intros and just put them on the truck already? Just buy them already. Just buy them already. And that was just a little push that he was giving me. And that's what I call support. Even that little push that he was giving me was him supporting me, saying, man, just get the wheels already, bro. Because if you're not going to get them today, you're not going to get them tomorrow. You're going to keep saying, later, 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 like I said in the last podcast. So I said, okay, you know what? Call him. Let's get it, bro. Let's get it. Let's get it. So he supported me and he pushed me. He pushed me to get those wheels. And I call that support. 100% call that support, man. And I'm supporting you. You want to get that turbo? Get that turbo. You want to get that house? Get that house. You want to get that supercharger? Get that supercharger, bro. You want to buy that big old lifted GMC, or if you want to be one of those other guys, buy a big Ford, go buy it. But if your wife starts tripping on you, don't come and say that, hey, Prolific Swazi told me to go do that. Nah, don't put me in that, man. Don't put me in that. I ain't trying to be in all that. I already get yelled at enough over here on this side. Just kidding. Just kidding. But now that we talked about that, let's try to move on and maneuver from a different points maneuver to a different spot of the podcast that I want to talk about as well. Um, so to make things let's go back. Let's go back to when I was talking about the wheels. Right, I got a funny story for those wheels. So my Uncle D Money, he pushed me. I bought the wheels. I was so excited, man, because I heard the price and I said, bro, those wheels all day. I'm getting the deal, right? I'm leaving Danny's house or D Money's house, and I'm going down the street to take a right on the stop sign. Calls me back. Hey, the guy called me back on my phone. Come back. I need to talk to you. I'm like, all right. Went back. I said, what's up? He said, look, he wants to talk to you. I called the guy back. I said, what's up, man? He goes, hey, man, those wheels the price I gave you on those wheels, oh, man, I gave you the wrong ones. Because there's a one and there's a two. Like a, how can I say it? Like a version one and a version two. And I was like, dang. I was like, really? And he goes, yeah. So he goes, so the other ones are gonna be like 2,000 more. And I'm like, what? Like, damn, like, come on, bro, 2,000 more. I'm like, nah. I'm like, nah, I'm good, bro. And he goes, all right, bro. You know what? I feel bad that I gave you the wrong the wrong price on the wrong wheels. So he's like, so you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna charge you what they are, what they're actually worth, right? But I won't charge you taxes and I won't charge you shipping, and I'll throw in the lug nuts for free. I didn't even know you had to pay for the lug nuts, right? That was news to me. But they're like $25, I think, for the lug nuts, $30. I said, you know what? Let's do it. And we made the deal. And if it wasn't for Danny or D Money supporting me, I gotta keep calling him D Money. I would have never got those wheels, man. So thank God for him, because now I'm rolling in style on the Chevy and finally sitting right, finally sitting where I want it. It's not done, but it's sitting where I want it. Also, man, I had a crash out this weekend. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I had a big crash out because I took my Infinity, my daily, my G35 2008, and that's the car I use for work. Gets me there everywhere. It's an X. It's an X, so it's all-wheel drive. I took it to get tires. I'm not gonna say the place where, and I asked them for the alignment. Well, they snapped one of my bolts. I guess like the control arm going into the bar where they align it. And he's like, hey, we're gonna pay for it. We're gonna send it off. Is it okay? We sent it off. Is it okay if we send it off? I said, well, you already sent it off, so you're calling me asking me if it's okay. He said, well, yeah, I should have called first. I said, yeah, it's fine. I'm like, who's gonna pay for that? He goes, we'll cover it. I said, all right. So they covered it. Then they call me back and they go, hey, so there's a problem when we took it to the other mechanic spot. They snapped the other side of your control arm and all that. And I go, what? And he goes, yeah. He goes, then they're gonna charge you like 3,800, 3,500 to fix it. And I'm like, bro, no, I'm not paying 3,500 to fix that. He's like, well, we're gonna fix the side that we touched because we didn't touch the other side. They did, and I was like, well, have them pay for it. They didn't want to. I started crashing out, man. I was heated. I was mad, and I honestly, I called my mom. I was like, mom, like, I called Deep Money, and I was like, man, these guys are trying to get me good. I told my girl about it. She was like, and the support that they gave me was like, hey, you know what? Then, because my mom was like, oh, fight him, and my mom's a fighter, man. She loves to. She can go out there, man. She can make somebody sell you something quick or give up or give in or whatever. Like my mom's savage like that. But my girl was like, hey, don't um don't let it mess up your day. It already happened. Move on, and we'll figure it out. And my stepdad's a mechanic. I said, you know what? You're right, and that's what I did. My crash out level went. But like I said, I had the support. She had my back, and it moved forward. And I had all the support. I had different opinions. My mom wanted to fight. The girl told me to chill. Uncle Danny just laughed and was like, "That's crazy," but it was funny because he made it funny for me, so I laughed. So I was like, "All right." But that's how it is. But um, and I miss that car, man. I'm driving the Camaro right now. I want to drive the truck that much because those wheels, you get them dirty, the mission to clean them up. But I'm tired of driving standard, man. I'm tired of it. I was like, and I miss my G35. I don't know about you guys, but I like my old reliable. I love my little Ranflita. And Ranflita is a car that's like your bucket, like a bucket. I love my car, man. That thing. We've been through a lot, but man, that car. I love that car. It makes me the money for sure, for sure. Another story I want to talk about was the bags on my truck, man. Gosh, dude. So the airbags. The reason why I went to a 4 link coilovers, like I said on my last one, was because I had airbags. My dad had airbags on it before, and I went through those airbags like this. And when I say that, I'm saying airbags that make the car go up and down. I popped them. I popped like maybe 4 or 5 of them, and I was like, dude, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I didn't have the support. I didn't even have the money to fix the truck. And let's say I didn't have support. What was I gonna do? The truck's already at the shop. They're like, hey, what do you want to do, bro? We can't let you take the truck without payment and all this stuff. And my uncle Ramon, he's like, you know what? I'll go pay for it. He paid for it. And he goes, all you got to do is cut my grass. Cut my grass until you pay it all off. Well, he forgot to mention that he was only going to take off $5 every time I cut his grass. But that's the moral of the story. The moral of the story is that if I didn't have his support, I wouldn't have, had the truck back. I wouldn't have been able to pay for that. And that's the support that I'm talking about, man, is that sometimes you do need that help. Sometimes you do need that extra push. Sometimes you do need someone just to show up for you. And it's okay. It's okay to have that. So that's why support for me was a big thing that I really wanted to talk about on this podcast, was for that reason. Because support is something necessary, and I feel like us guys lack it. Or even women too. I feel like some women don't want to ask for help, but it's okay to ask for help. from your significant other, from your friends, from your family, from your brother, from your mom, from your grandma. It's okay. You know what I mean? And that's all I really wanted to say to you guys, man. It's okay. It's honestly okay. But I think I beat that bush up a lot. So let's move on to the next segment that I want to call Peep Game. So, Peep Game. So I've been thinking, but I don't know yet. I want to get a drag pack for my truck, and I want to get rid of the billets or the intros, and I want to put a turbo on. I don't know. It's just a thought. I'm saying I'm gonna do it. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. What you guys think I should do with that, or if I should just leave it how it is and work on it more, make it just like a little show truck. Because if I put a turbo, I'm not gonna race it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna race it. Might step on it here and there, but I'm not gonna race it. It's more of a performance thing for me, or like a look thing for me, I guess, in a way. But let me know what you guys think. And also, I think it's time. I think it's time I let go of the G35 after this. If it gives me one more problem, I think we're done. I love that car, like I said previously, but it's time to get a new daily. So let me know what you guys think is a good daily. Let's start this debate. What's a good daily? Don't say BMW or Mercedes because I'm not buying those. I'm not buying those. Not that I have anything against it. They're beautiful cars. Sick, man, but I need something that's gonna, get me to work and back, and that's it. Maybe drive around the city during the winter. But let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys again for supporting, liking, and commenting on the Prolific podcast. If you guys can please do so again. If not, share that the second episode is out. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys later. Your boy Swazi's out.